Hello everybody, I'm Sahiti Monica and I'm a 7.5 band scorer in Ielts examination and I'm here to help you out with the Ielts exam. Ielts stands for the English Language Testing System. It is an international standardized test for English language proficiency for non-native English language speakers. It is jointly managed by the British Council, IDP, Ielts Australia and Cambridge English Language Assessment, and it was established in 1989. IELTS is one of the major English language tests in the world, others being the TOEFL, TOEIC, PTE, and etc. IELTS is accepted by most Australian, British, Canadian, and New Zealand academic institutions, by over 3,000 academic institutions in the United States, and by various professional organizations across the world. The IELTS exam can be given in two ways, one being the IELTS academic format and the other the IELTS general training. Academic exam is given by the students who want to pursue their further studies, and general training for the working professionals. IELTS is divided into four sections: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Now let us bust some myths related to the IELTS speaking test. Once you register for the IELTS test, you will receive a test practice booklet that consists of 4 test papers. Studying these 4 test papers is more than enough to score a band of 7 or above in the IELTS. In this video, let's focus on the speaking section. Students are usually frightened and nervous about the speaking test because it is more or less like an interview. You do not even need much of preparation. Your confidence is your best friend. Your IELTS speaking test could be either 2 to 3 days before your main test or 2 to 3 days after your main test. You will receive a mail regarding your speaking test schedule a week before your main test. The email would contain the venue and the timings. Do not forget to carry your passport and a copy of it. The examiner would be either male or a female aged around 40 to 50 years. The English accent would be just like ours, so you don't have to worry about it. Make sure that you reach the venue before time. Once your turn comes, you would be asked to go to a certain room. Once you enter your room, you will find your examiner sitting with a timer, recorder, booklets, and few pencils. Do not forget to greet him or her. Say good morning ma'am or good morning sir according to the time. The moment you take your seat, they would start evaluating you. The examiner introduces themselves and starts the recording. Now starts the speaking test, section 1. The section 1 of the speaking test usually ranges from 4 to 5 minutes. It is here where you have to introduce yourself, and the examiner would like to ask you some questions related to study, residence, hobbies, likes, and dislikes. Make sure to be polite all the time while answering these questions. Don't try to rush your answers. Just give a one-word answer or a one-sentence answer. Coming to the section 2 of the IELTS speaking test. The examiner gives you a sheet of paper on which a topic is written and 3 points related to the topic. And there are 2 questions that are followed. You have to speak for 2 minutes. However, 1 minute can be taken for the preparation. On the whole, the section 2 of IELTS speaking test varies from 2 to 3 minutes. Section 3 in the IELTS speaking test varies from 4 to 5 minutes. It is usually related to the topic that is given in the section 2. It is mostly like a discussion between the examiner and the examinee. Let us consider an example for the IELTS speaking test section 1. The examiner would like to ask you some questions related to the field of study. When they ask you, what are you studying? Reply, I am doing my final year of engineering in information technology. And when they ask you, why have you chosen this course? Reply in this way. I've chosen this course out of my interest because I was always fascinated by computers. The question could also be, what do you want to do after the completion of your course? You could answer, I want to work for one of the most reputed MNCs like Google or Amazon. Section 2 of the IELTS speaking test, here is an example. When you have given your card, make sure that you read all the questions carefully and you jot down all the important points that you want to speak during your 2 minutes of speech. Speak till the last minute. And when you're starting off your speech, make sure that you give a very good introduction. For describing a wedding I visited, I would give this kind of introduction. The best part of Indian families are the Indian weddings. I had a feast to my eyes during my sister's wedding that was 2 years ago. The food, the decoration, the rituals performed were fantastic. And you also make sure that you cover all the points that are given. The examiner would like to ask a question after the 2 minutes of your speech. In the section 3 of the IELTS speaking test, the examiner would like to ask you n number of questions related to the topic that was given in the second section. Suppose she starts asking you questions related to taxes, make sure that you give a valid answer. She'll keep asking you questions until your answer is valid. Sometimes it may also turn controversial or debatable, but make sure to be calm and answer your questions confidently.